Hey, everybody, this is Dr. James Fresh Scott, coming live from Long Island, New York.
The
But
longest island
is recovering from
in the
what?
country.
What are you recovering from?
I'm cut from a total knee replacement on my right knee.
A total knee. So now you can do what? And you couldn't.
Now I won't groan when I bend down to pick something up off the floor,
Ah,
presumably. I might groan anyway because I still got
can
my
you
other leg.
can you kick better?
I don't know, but maybe now I won't get hit by a car if I run across the street
Uh-huh.
because I'll be able to actually run.
But they put some bionic stuff in you, so you could be stronger than the car might be afraid of you.
Yeah, well, they put titanium on bones that were already pretty brittle.
Titanium.
Yeah, I think that's what they're made of, these things.
Isn't that like one of the strongest metals on Earth?
I think it's more about it not reacting to human skin or the inside of human skin.
Uh,
You need something relatively inert and relatively strong.
so yes, when we were on Tuesday,
Tuesday.
Kamal told me to use the one year chart, and therefore I drew the wrong trend line because 1 year from now it doesn't include January 4th. So I missed
Oh,
it. I drew a different trend line which looked better than it was. My 404 number was correct.
oh.
Yeah. By the way, we're playing hide and go seek with people. So whenever you watch us, welcome. I
Yeah,
know most of you are going to catch us on replay because we keep changing the time and sometimes the day. It makes it very difficult for people. But we appreciate that you find us. And whenever you watch, welcome. And hope you're having a great trading day. By the time you watch this show, hope you did have a great trading day
exactly.
because it's
Exactly.
only 26 minutes left.
And so far, I'm just taking a look since I have the market up there. The market's not doing too bad. Dow's up 163. That's a 0.5%.
Did we hit our 404 SPY number?
SP was 4,000. I don't know if it was 405 on the S&P, but
4050?
yeah,
So that would be about 404.
I guess.
Yeah, that's about, you divide by 10 and subtract 1.
Okay.
So
Well,
what do you get?
there you are. Let me see.
Should get about 404, right?
I'm waiting for the number to roll back around again.
All right. I'm learning grade school math all over again, helping
It's
my grade.
405. It's 4052. Right
I'm
now.
very good at percentages and ratios and fractions now. Ask me anything.
Well,
Learning.
that's just arithmetic.
I'm
That's not.
relearning fifth grade math with my grandson, and I'm learning seventh grade math with my granddaughter.
Okay, there you go. Right, so they get you better in percentages.
Yeah, and it's different than when I went to seventh grade.
Yeah, it's the new math.
New ways to disguise simple arithmetic and make it
Exactly,
complex.
exactly.
Yeah, very interesting, actually. So should we look at the charts, or do you want to just talk about anything?
No. Let's look at some charts.
All right.
We might as well get a look at some stuff. I know we don't have. We did promise some people, but I don't remember what we
We
promised.
promised VAX, VAXX. We promised a few things. Problem is, I don't remember everything we promised.
Yeah. Yeah, and we won't have any guests to tell us.
I want to look at Tesla, which has had a phenomenal run off its low.
Yeah. See that? You see, I had my dream. I had my dream, but I didn't have the money.
Yeah, you had the dream, but not the money.
I had my dream, but not the money. 50% since my dream. I checked it out.
Huh.
So even if I had money, then and the dream.
Money and the dream. That's what you need.
You need them both.
You need synchronicity.
Right. A dream without money, and money without a dream.
Yeah.
Just waste. But
Uh,
anyway, yeah. Since we talked about it last week, and I said, "Oh, I dreamed about it." It went up 50.
SPY is not quite 404, almost.
Okay.
And I drew the line correctly earlier in the day. So we are trading above now.
Like now, not when you were
Not
talking.
on Tuesday. Tuesday we were trading just below, you see.
Yes.
Tuesday, yeah. But today we're trading above and we're going to close above it apparently. So that's a good sign. Now, I also want to see the 50 cross the 200. Look how close that is. Can you see?
Yeah,
That's very, very close.
and that would be
50 is is ascending, so that's good. And what else looks good?
that would portend good news.
What about the Fibonacci? Is it a Fibonacci number? Maybe. We ought to take a look.
From where do you usually run that?
From the January 4th till the
From the January 1st. Well, okay.
close. Yeah, we ought to take a look.
All right. So there you go.
See if we get a fib number. Is this the January highs? Yes, it is. All right, and the lows would be right here, 1017. No, the low would be the week before, 348 on 1010. Okay, so let's draw the fib. Fibonacci. I cannot tell a fib.
Yeah. Actually, there was a Jeopardy clue about Fibonacci.
Oh, really?
Yeah. My wife got it before.
What do you think? Draw it from here to there or the other way? I never remember.
Do it that way. There you go.
So
It's relative from the bottom then, yeah.
yeah, I got to bring this down a little. That's it. Of course, I drew it the wrong way.
Well, do it again.
Well, it doesn't matter. We can just invert.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same breakpoints.
61.8 would be 38.2, and the 50 is still the 50.
Right.
So the 61.8 or the 38.2 is right about 400, roughly.
Well,
So everything is converging right around
these
where we are.
key points are behaving the way they're supposed to.
Right? Everything's converging right where we are. We got the 38.2 fib at about 400. We have the crossing of the 50 with on the daily, the crossing of the 50 with, let's go back to the daily. Crossing of the 50 with the 100, just about, with the 200, just about happening. With a matter of days if it continues up, right? Should be a couple of days, trading days. And we're finally breaking out above that descending trend line. The finale would be, what would be the finale? A break of this high, 410 high? To convince us that we've made the lows are in? I think we need to break this.
Yes. At this point, I'm still a little skeptical.
Yeah, break the 410 high. So then by that time, we'll have a crossing of the 50 with the 200. We'll have a crossing of the 38.2 fib number. We'll have breaking of that long trend line down, that descending trend line. What else will we have? Will we have 20% off the bottom?
And we'll have high hopes.
Well, what about 20% off the bottom? That's another indicator that that the downtrend is over. So let's see. In every bear market, most every bear market has not violated that 20% off the bottom. The bottom was 348, 20%, add 20%. So that would be about 70, add 70 to 348. What do you get, 420?
Yeah.
Almost 420.
Yeah.
418. All right, so we could draw 418 and it's further proof. 418, where's 418?
Yeah, right around there. Right.
Yeah, I'll draw that line. Okay, so that should be the final proof because by that time we will have broken 410 obviously to get to 418. We would have crossed the 50 with the 200 golden cross. We would have violated that these long to long descending trend line. We would have violated the 38.2% fib retrace. It would look very strong, like the bottom is in and we're in a bull market at that point. So does it pay to wait to 418 or do you start buying now? Kamal was of the opinion yesterday that you got to buy now. Why wait?
Yeah, right. But he saw the breakdown before. He saw the breakup before that. I mean
Well, but today we rarely have it. So
yeah, no, I got it.
we do have the break of the descending trend line. We don't have the crossing of the 50 with the 200 yet, but it looks imminent, right?
Well, I appreciate your optimism.
Well, on the other hand, I spoke to Professor Omar yesterday, who says 345.
He's still waiting for that hit, just
Mhm.
like all the talking heads have been waiting for that hit.
345. It looks like he's been listening to Mike Wilson.
Exactly. I mean, he's not. But Mike Wilson isn't the only one who's expecting a little bit of a hit.
He was the first.
Yeah. Well, he's also someone that you are willing to quote.
Yeah. So all in all, if I try to take a picture of this and the pluses and the minuses, all in all, I'm inclined to be slightly more bullish than bearish right now.
Okay.
Even with Professor Omar's doom and gloom forecast. I mean, he could be right. He's been right a lot. Mike Wilson's been right a lot, but he's been wrong too.
Yeah. Well, you could say that about everybody in this market.
Yeah. So, I mean, if I'm trying to
It's like the fish that got away.
if I try to just look at it objectively as I can, putting everyone else's opinions out of my mind, I would be bullish here, but not gung ho bullish, like 60-40 bullish.
Uh-huh.
Well, what about you? What's your percentage?
I'm going to put stock in some of these worried heads.
Uh-huh.
But nonetheless, I am convinced by you, or at least swayed by you. So I'll go, if you're going to go 60-40, I'll just go 70-30 then. I mean, excuse me, the other way around. I'll go 50-50.
50-50,
Yeah.
coin flip.
Indeed, because, like I said, and I tend to be more pessimistic anyway.
Well, that's not that far away from me. I'm 60-40, you're 50-50.
Yeah, I mean, it could go anywhere. I'm not going to be happy with this market until Russia decides what they're going to do.
But I'm different than Omar because I think if it does go down, I think it'll hold this 374 area.
Oh, and he thinks it's really going to blow. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be that bad.
Yeah.
Beyond what you're pointing to.
So where I drew the line at 374 would be my base.
And he's actually even going lower than that. I didn't know that.
Well, 345. For judging from my fifth grade math, yeah, it's.
I'm trying to look. I don't even see it on your chart.
There's a less than sign.
No, I get that, but I didn't even see it on your chart here.
The 345 because I didn't draw it.
Yeah, look at that.
Oh, I did. No, I did. I drew the 348 from the fifth.
Okay. I don't think it's going to go that low.
Yeah, the 348. But Professor Omar says just below that.
Wow. All right.
In other words, Professor Omar thinks we retest the lows. That's the bottom line.
I'd say we retest these lows that you put here, the one around 374.
Uh-huh.
But I can't see us testing the 350, but you never know.
You never know. I mean, what would cause really bad? That's really bad.
Again, all roads point to Russia.
Russia, China causing inflation by heating up a great deal. I don't know.
No, it's a question of whether or not oil becomes an issue, and that's going to be inflationary across the board.
Uh huh.
So if if the winter's I mean, we're in the middle of the winter, but the winter's not over yet.
The
And certainly
winter,
the worst of the winter is not over yet.
the winter's been pretty mild, really,
Yeah, exactly. So
especially in the Northeast.
I'm worried more about what's going on in Europe.
Europe seems to be okay with the oil. I don't know how, but maybe mild winter there too.
Right.
They seem to be fine. In fact, the oil companies, probably like Chevron, up $8 today on good earnings.
On
That's
good earnings and an announcement of a stock buyback.
yeah, that
People
helps.
get wringing their panties over.
But I'm of the opinion that would be a sector to stay away from because it's had its run.
You think?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, my XLEs are still doing good.
I'm not saying you can't get another 5 to 10% out of it.
Why don't you chart that, the XLE,
All right.
which is just to get a general view of what energy
My,
is doing.
my feel is stay away from the energy sector. That was last year's story.
Oh, is that your thinking?
That's what my thinking is. I don't own anything with energy. Zero. No, is that right? I believe that's right. I believe I own zero. I'd have to check my portfolio, but can't think of anything that I own with energy. I did own Chevron.
Yeah, I know I did. I owned Chevron, but I sold it way before anything good happened.
So the high was 94.71, something like that. And look where we are now, banging on the door of the high.
And it looks like
Oh,
we got.
this is not Chevron. This is the XLE.
Yeah.
But Chevron looks the same, pretty much.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not. We can do Chevron next, but this was a more general picture
Yeah.
of the energy industry.
I just can't see buying this, owning it. I just can't see it.
Okay.
It's not my cup of tea at this point to be that defensive. And I think we're due for a bull run. Even if we don't get it now, we'll get it later in the year.
Uh-huh.
So I can't see being ultra defensive. I think wind up losing money on this play. Chevron is CVX.
CVX. Yeah, well, Chevron got that little
bleed. It's the same chart.
Yeah, it is.
Basically. You see this candle? This says it all to me. The candle on 11/14. The low of 186, the high of 189.68. That big upper shadow, no body, hardly any body. The gravestone doji, and that's at the very top of the chart. That says it all.
That says that's your limit?
I think that was the high, multi-year high for Chevron. I say it doesn't make new highs.
Okay.
Shot it slow.
So to speak.
I was looking at PR for a little bit more aggressive energy play, but it's the same picture. I'm staying away. Lilly, by the way, we were right. It did have that big candle.
That was actually, I think, the glitch from the stock market.
Oh, it really had a big candle.
Oh, it did? Okay.
Look.
No, I know, but the top end of that candle looks a little bit weird.
No, it really hit 384.
Oh, okay.
And the low is 302 on the same day. It's a crazy candle, but Lilly did that. I think it's because they got a response letter from the FDA on the Alzheimer's drug. Complete response letter.
Right.
They didn't like, what didn't they like? Not enough people.
They wanted more full year data.
And they didn't have enough people, right?
No, it was the time. The average time was 6 months. So
I thought they needed it. FDA also in the response letter said they needed at least 100 people for a year.
Okay, I missed that part of it.
But the results were pretty good for
overall.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like Tim is saying, it just didn't get accelerated approval, That'll help the short-term price. That'll hurt the short-term price.
It'll
Not
get
the
approved sometime this year.
Yeah, the long-term prospects are still good on this. I'm not selling any. I'm not selling a bit of it.
It's probably a good time to pick some up, right? Sitting at the 50. It's no, at the 100. Sitting at the 100-day moving average. Looks like a pretty good time to pick some up. What do you, what?
Accelerated PDUFA date. That's fine.
In other words, from the time they file the NDA, it'll be 6 more months.
I don't have a track. Maybe he does.
I think so. So let's say they file at the end of March.
Okay.
So then be by the end of September, they'll come up. Something like that.
Well, maybe by then I'll actually have some cash to put into it.
Lilly looks good. And it's not their only drug.
That's true too.
Sava coming back off the recent low?
Yes, some is sort of recovered a little bit, but not
tiny bit.
Yeah, nothing to write home about.
No. A lot of skepticism now because the results weren't quite as good. They were good, but they weren't quite as good.
Well, I think it has to do with the fact that some of these competitors are actually showing some real promising news. Like you said, this was going to be the year of the Alzheimer's drugs.
Yeah.
But maybe we have to pick winners.
Maybe. Meanwhile, CRISPR, Editas, Beam, and Natalia, I think they're all down today. I could take a quick look.
Might as well look at it at least.
I mean, I really want to spend a little time on Tesla's chart.
Yeah.
What can you say? CRISPR has been a very poor performer over the last year and a half, really. And anybody like me who's been holding on is not happy, even though it came off its lows and looks like the lows are in. But the lows were $38. Now it's $50. Nice move off the lows, but we want to see more. We want to take out this double top. Let's see where that is. Not too far above, I don't think. Looks like a double top to me.
Yeah, it does actually.
Very good. It is. It's a triple top.
Oh, look at that.
You got to take that out. I mean, that's heavy resistance, just above $54. You want to at the same time you want to take out the 100, right?
Well, you get that cross coming. Hopefully it turns around a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, CRISPR looks like it has some potential. If it takes out $54, I think it could easily run to the next relative high at 64. So 55 will get you 64. That's how I look at it.
Yep.
I think if we have a bull market this year, this one will perform, and it'll perform well. It'll at least go to $65, which is another 15%, right?
Indeed.
Tesla, that's the one we really want to look at today.
And Tim is actually requesting emphasis.
Okay, we can always look at that. I know Tim owns Tesla.
Oh yeah, we do Tesla too. I mean, that's pretty.
Look at this top. You're talking about a topping process, right?
What's all that stuff in the weeds?
That's really a tremendous. The topping, the top here took about a couple of months to make this top at 313. Eventually, it's going to bump heads with that. I look forward to that, but eventually.
Yeah, well, if you have, how many years is it going to take?
I don't know. Also, 198 up here looks like some strong resistance, but at the same time, it'll fill a gap. The gap coming at 197.08.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make that the target for the rest of the year. 197. I think it's doable. Another 20%. It ran 60% off the lows. Can we do another 20 from here for the year? I don't think
Why-
that's
Yeah,
unreasonable.
no, why couldn't we?
Look, you should drop in the bucket for Tesla, right?
Given its past experience, yes.
But I'll
Assuming,
take it. I won't be unhappy with a 20% move up from here for the rest of the year.
are you in this at all?
Hmm.
Oh, good. Okay,
I'm in it at higher numbers, but I'm also in it at 105.
gotcha. A 105. Wow, nice.
That only neutralize my higher numbers.
Right.
So Athesis, right?
Yeah.
So again, I'm officially on record now of calling for 198 by year end.
And Tim says 20% possibly by the end of the month.
What does he say?
20% by the end of the month. Not even waiting.
Where my 198 by the end of the month? Well, Tim is a big.
No, not the 198. The 20% that you're talking about instead of
That would put us at the 198. 20% times 160 is
Yeah,
32, right?
Hey, it's got the momentum certainly now.
A little bit more than 20%, I mean.
Okay.
But from the beginning of the year, we're up 60%. That's tremendous. Oh, absolutely tremendous.
Indeed.
Let's see. When do we make the low? 1.6, even less than the beginning of the year. I mean, more recently, 101.81 on January 6th. Pretty incredible, isn't it? That's
Yeah.
a run. Of course, it did the same thing going down. That's the unfortunate part. All right, Athesis, right?
Yes.
Athesis has not been doing much since it bottomed at 50 cents. And the reason it stopped going up is because Jake sold all of his 50-cent buy.
Oh, I see. He's done.
Jake went out, so it stopped going up.
He's done.
I don't know where he got out, probably at around $1.
Well, good on him.
All right, $1.38 is pretty nice, but you want to fill this gap. If it fills the gap, it can go. The gap is at 223.
Well, are the fundamentals there anymore?
226 is the gap. The fundamentals, the thing is, you never know the timeline. The fundamentals are there, but fundamentally they're also broke.
Right.
The fundamentals being can sell product. What's it called again? Multi-stem. Whatever it's called.
Right.
Can it be a substitute for I forget all these initials. What do you call the stroke drug? TPC?
Oh, you got me out of my lane.
3 letters. TCP. Whatever the
yeah.
heck it is. Can it work better than TCP over a longer period? In other words, the TCP or the TPC, whatever you call it.
Whatever the standard care is.
Yeah, whatever the standard of care is, only works really for a short window, like hours, 4 hours, 8 hours. And this should work for up to a couple of days, so it'll get a market, even if it's no better than TPC or TCP.
Tissue plasminogen activator, TPA.
So what is it? TP?
TPA.
TPA. Oh, no, see.
Tissue plasminogen activator. Thank you, Tim.
Blockbuster, the clot buster, the drug, right? It busts a clot.
Oh, I see. Yes.
Anyway, the evidence is there that it works. It's just a question: do they survive till the end of the trial and FDA approval, and the European approval? Once the approvals start coming in, they could actually make money, and a lot of it. But it could be another year away, and can they survive? They have no money.
Understood.
Do you want to give them a loan?
Yeah, right. With all my extra
Maybe
money,
if Tim
I
and
I couldn't even buy Tesla.
maybe if Tim and you and me and Jake chip in, we could give him a loan.
you know, I mean,
So maybe just Jake, you know.
just shake, right? Yeah, but he's gonna want collateral.
Maybe Jake will buy the company. He said he wants to own a drug company one day. Athesis might be a good one. How many million is it? 20 million or something? I don't know. It's not too big. It's not too expensive.
Yeah, Tim says they're probably gonna need a partner.
The whole market cap is not too expensive.
Oh,
I don't know.
maybe.
What else do you want to look at? Anything in particular?
No, we hit the 30-minute mark, so I'm pretty good stopping here.
All right, we did our penance for the day.
we we were sufficiently distracting to our audience.
Thank you for showing up and finding us, Tim.
Yeah, appreciate it, Tim. Very, very important info.
Tim is very knowledgeable. He gave us all kinds of information. TPA. He knew the 3 letters. Unlike senile Dr. J, who just knew that it was 3 letters.
and dilettante.
I knew it had a T and a P. I got 2 out of 3 letters.
You got 2 letters. That's right. You did.
I got the T and the P. I just kept throwing in a C. You know why? Because I was thinking percent. PCT.
Oh, I see. PCT, right.
As always, people should do their own due diligence,
Indeed.
right?
Indeed.
Check with an advisor before acting and so on and so forth. Study. Don't listen to us.
Well,
Listen. You listen to us, but don't listen to us.
Right, exactly. Yes.
If you can figure that out. Linus is with us and John is with us.
Yeah,
a few people actually found us. Wow. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, we'll try to, as time goes by, we'll try to be a little bit more steady.
Yeah, we'll try to stick to that 4:30 mark, not 3:30, not 4, not 5 o'clock is also good time.
Every now and then, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, John. Thank you. Oh, Andrew even showed up. Wow, look at this. Huh. It's amazing that people found us at this hour. All right, great. ChatGPT, I'm going to have ChatGPT do the whole show. I'll say, ChatGPT, write the monologue for talking stocks. Should I do that?
That's funny.
Yeah, let the AI. Do you think it'll notice, say, that we were streaming live from Long Island, New York? If I ask ChatGPT to write the
give us an intro.
Give us an intro.
That's funny.
Well, I could write the disclaimer.
There you go.
All right, I'm going to do that. That's homework. You want to do that for homework?
I'm not getting involved with Chat.
You know why you don't want ChatGPT? It would set a bad example for your students.
Exactly. I'll write one of my own.
All right, so our viewers like it. Linus likes that idea. John likes it. ChatGPT, using it. Just ask the right question.
Yeah, right. That's the programming aspect of it. If you phrase the question a certain way.
How did the market end? I just want to see how the market ended. Tell you. The heck with it. Well, I'll look it up. Oh, wait a second. I got a phone.
You got a phone?
I have a phone. I can tell you how the market ended. It ended
at 4.
404.72 on the SPY. Good enough.
And the Dow broke 200 of an increase.
So we closed above that 404 level, which I think is critical. Adios, amigos. Ciao.
Bye, everybody.
See you next week.
See you soon.
Bye-bye. Feel